for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland River Hogs and the Toronto Huskies. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown! A big play there. 76 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Sheds off the tackle. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
They go play action now. Jackson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third-down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Gone!
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now back out comes the offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He got 29 yards that time.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Desmond King making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Bridgewater now on second down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep is off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up second down. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here now the offense heading back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to go down again. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drop.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Bridgewater from his end zone on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And now back out comes the offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jackson on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So
this is taken in. It's complete. The 40, 30, the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. A.J. Green, an even 90 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Bridgewater now. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Jackson. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 18 yards on that one. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Darren Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just can't.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down is paramount. If they can get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go play action with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Bridgewater. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He's going to launch this thing way down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now Jackson on 2nd down, firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. On is the punter King to send it away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. But see how they attack him here. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Bridgewater now on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. He's going to let it fly, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get